Hey, what is going on, everybody? Back here playing Ether again. And I hope you saw my first episode of this. If you didn't, I will leave a link in the description. You can go check that out. Go ahead and check out my channel. See if there's anything in there that you like. I've got some playlists of some stuff like H1Z1, Battle Block, Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. So, anyway, I'm going to get right into this and see where it takes me. Not really too familiar with this yet, what I can and can't interact with and pick up. These doors I know I can always open. These big ass books. Drawers. Nothing. Nothing. And hey. Nothing. Seems like suitcases and toolboxes like that I can't do anything with. Thread gold, chopped tomatoes. I'm gonna keep that for now. What's that? Ooh, ooh, ooh! That's for my safe back at my what you call it? This place. Let me go put that in right now. What? Oh, I could have swore that's what that was for. Okay, sorry, never mind. I'm gonna put that here for now. Come back for it later. I'm gonna take this can with me right now. I have found that it's important to read these, and I got stuck in the last video and could not figure out what to do, and all I had to do was go back to my place and read the letter. The important ones are kept there, and I read it, and right away I knew what I had to do. So I'm going to keep reading these. Patient's Journal Number 1. I have been told by my doctor that keeping a journal about my workshop work will be beneficial for my treatment even at this early stage. In this morning's workshop, I painted for the first time in around 5 years. My doctor was indeed right. I felt incredibly relaxed as I sat there in that light and breezy room. Brush on paper. It reminded me of a time long ago when I used to paint professionally. I have struggled and remembering my most recent work, but I do remember that long ago I produced a painting that overlooked Pinwheel Harbor, tracing the coastline all the way to St. Paul's Lighthouse. A deep sense of inspiration was felt when this memory was rediscovered like an old photo album in the attic. It made me feel good again. That one doesn't seem quite as important, but it does tell you a little bit about... I think that these are about the person's memory that I'm in right now. Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey. I might have to come back for that. Can I get the spoon? Nope. Open cabinets, open the... Nope. Okay.
Right. Let's try to make sense of all of this.
Maybe.
Explore whatever you can, and I'll keep in contact with any new information.
That looks important.
You found one. A memory fragment. Good work. A ribbon. This must be Jean's representation of them within her mind.
A memory fragment, like an animus fragment. A lover's note number 3. I found this old letter this morning whilst I was sorting through all of your old things. I had completely forgotten that we had done this all those years ago. I don't know why I am writing this. You are gone now, and I have to accept that. I have to. I am 89 and can barely write properly. I am no use to anyone without you. Everything here has changed. No matter what happens, I will never forget your radiant face, and even though part of the school was built over where we buried the capsule, I thought I was going to say where you were buried, I still remember the cold. Your birthday, of course, 0911. I miss you so much. So we're going to remember that, 0911. The Dark Brotherhood.
Hello? I don't think anyone's here.
What?
Hello?
Don't do that. Some more whiskey. Just looking for hidden codes or anything. Remember that other one, 0911. I don't want to go up yet. Lover's note number 1. My love, I want us to do something together that can last forever. Something that someone in the future can find one day and understand the feelings that we have for one another. I'm fed up of all the normal stuff that people do when they date. I feel like we are different, that our love is deeper than the rest in some way. Something important. I thought that we could create a time capsule of all the things that we hold dear for one another, from letters to treasured items. Bury it somewhere special, somewhere that it will remain safe for hundreds of years to come. What do you think? Right back, Tom. So this is the first note. That one we just read was obviously later, years later. The pills. Prescription, 12 milligrams.
Hey, how you holding up? I got the message. You don't sound yourself when you're in there. I still can't shake this feeling that this whole thing is a bad idea. But I guess you need this. I don't know. Hey, how you holding up? I got the message. You don't sound yourself when you're in there. I still can't shake this feeling that this whole thing is a bad idea.
I just want to see if there's another one. You can stop now.
But I guess you need this. I don't know.
Lover's note number 2. My dear Tom, of course I shall help you with your time capsule. It's wonderful and romantic and exciting. I also feel that the love that we have is different to all the other couples. Their arguments and squabbles showing that we must have something unique. I have never felt this way about anyone else in the world, and I wish we could be with each other all of the time. Do you want to meet me this evening by the old oak tree, down from the church and near the edge of the cliff? It will be a perfect place to bury the capsule. Bring the things you want to put in it and a box to use. Love with all my heart, your Juniper Berry. So then they built the school over top of that time capsule. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to find this time capsule. That's the first room I was in. Alright. And collect these ribbons.
I must say, I am impressed, Restorer. You've done such wonderful work this evening. Just between you and I, there's a lot riding on this restoration. It's our last week of funding, and, well, I haven't got any usable results. You're my last hope, and it's very important that we succeed.
10 people. A small wedding. But moving country means making a new life and new friends.
Every town has its own May Day celebration, but many people travelled from around the British Isles for the annual Pinwheel Maypole Morris dancing competition. Such a beautiful English tradition, and a rare thing these days.
So I need an item name and quantity. I don't know what that is yet. This thing freaked me out when I opened the door. Damn it. Oh, there's another can. Chopped tomatoes. Maybe that one I picked up wasn't all that important. Hey, borrowed a stamp. Don't forget to post the order for your May Day ankle bells. Ankle bells. Music box. I bet that music box is important. Eventually, maybe. Let's go over here. Mayday preparations. Simon Shorax. Make sure you tidy and clean all of the upstairs bedrooms before I return from town. I need them spotless, as we have Grandpa Joe coming to stay with us for the May Day festivities. Georgina, please can you clean up all the pots in the kitchen as well as mop the floor? We will be cooking for many tonight, and I want to cook hassle-free. Benjamin, can you sweep the hallway and ensure all windows are open to let the house ventilate? There's a foul smell coming from somewhere in here. I bet it's one of you three. We will be staying in the master bedroom tonight together. I know it is cramped, but we all have to make sacrifices for the comfort of others in this situation. Also, ensure that you let me know of anything missing from your equipment. I'll need to order anything through the post office soon. Please don't let me down, Mum. Oh, there's a stamp. But that's important. Don't place sugar in fridge. Really? That's it? Okay. Stamp. Okay. So I don't know what I need to put in here yet. There's another ball. Mom, do you know where my Mayday envelope is? I can't find it anywhere. I always forget the actual names of the Mayday stuff. It's so old sounding. Here is the stuff I need. 1 hat, 2 bells, 1 stick. I think that's all. Okay, so I have to figure out what we need and put that on there. Oh, 1 hat, 2 bells, and 1 stick. This looks like a recorder. Does that count as a stick? I don't know. Apparently not. Alright, so I need a stick and a bell. The Grumpy Knocker. Like the Tommy Knocker from the mines. Okay. Apparently there's nothing in here. Or do I need to put stick? Quantity 1. Or bell. No? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to leave this house and see if I can find the things I need other places.
A crow with an injured wing, just lying there on the beach.
I imagine this was almost a second home to most of the fishermen who lived here. There was a strong reading when you walked in. There's a story to be told here. I think you better keep looking.
Look, it doesn't spill. Need a doorknob, need a key. Number for you? Hey, thanks for locking up for me tonight. Don't forget to leave the key in the safe so that I can get into my room when I return. Combination 1513. Safe. 1513. Oh, missed a whole room back here. Barred customers. Can all staff please take note that the following customers are currently barred from the Crow's Nest pub. Please do not allow them to enter the premises till their bar is lifted. John Thompson, 5 years. Mark Penman, 6 months. Christopher Fletcher, 8 weeks. Maggie Hemingway, 5 weeks. Steve Gregson, 1 week. Thank you, Elaine Gregson. Where's that safe?
You know, I am sorry about before. The relapse and all. Just remember, it's incredibly important that we trust each other. Don't worry too much about her brain. I'll be monitoring it on my end to ensure that no severe damage is caused during your visit.
Where's the safe?
Tell you about an odd colleague of mine who experimented with brain cell transplants, taking them from one memory and surgically implanting them into another, an attempt to reconfigure their minds, he said. Fascinating stuff, really. Imagine what we could do with that level of scientific freedom.
It glistened in the shop window. A music box with the most beautiful decoration.
A great man once worked here. Part philosopher, part engineer. His radical new ideas changed the course of history forever. Let's find out what this has to do with anything.
When one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened. Failures. More damned failures plague my work. Equipment has been breaking all of the time, forcing me to buy in bulk or to search out expensive and specific parts. The Hemingways who run the post office must think that I am creating Frankenstein. Sometimes I wonder if I am, especially with so many failed attempts. It's like God is stopping me in my tracks, preventing me from creating this wondrous machine for some unfathomable reason. Jeez. How can more conversation and contact be a bad thing? A bell. Oh, still have that recorder. Well, I didn't see anything in here that I could do anything with. Guess I will continue on. Boat races. Another boat.
Another one. You're really doing a very good job, Restorer. Although I should mention, the board are going to be monitoring our progress tonight. So failure to retrieve the artifact is simply not an option.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? Did I go too far out in the water? Apparently I did. Pinwheel Post, May 22nd, 1966. Disaster. Mine collapse kills 23. Yesterday, a terrible accident occurred deep within Brimcliff Mine, killing 23 of its workers. A chilling explosion rang throughout the village and could be heard as far away as Devlin. In a routine expansion of the tunnels deep underneath the surface, what should have been a general and safe explosion went terribly wrong when it detonated, causing a severe cave-in. Trapping 23 men, the rock collapse had extended to the seabed high up above, causing the chamber to flood, killing all that were inside. Reports that the warden, Mr. R. Burton, was incapacitated at the time and could not communicate with Mr. Remo, the evacuation officer, have raised major concerns that this could have been prevented. Alright, I'm guessing I'm going to have to go upstairs and raise that. Tuesday's handover. Hi Jan. All caching up has been complete and the books have been filled out. I have replaced some of the stock on the shop floor with our reserves and have ensured that outgoing mail is ready for delivery. The parcel situation, however, has not lessened. I know we hired Matthew as a temp to aid us, but I feel that the work is still not getting done. Even after that chat you had with him last week, I heard from Doris Farrell that he had been in the crow's nest every night this week, chatting up Elaine Gregson. Bit brave, if you ask me. I heard she was a bit of a tough one. I'll see you when I am home, Philip. Philip, I've just nipped out, but shouldn't be too long. Can you please make sure that you keep an eye on the counter for me whilst I'm gone? Matthew is upstairs sorting through the parcel backlog that the bank holiday has caused. He told me it was taking him a lot longer to go through because of the weird and heavy equipment that Mr. Bell had been ordering from London. Apparently the fella had ordered a whole load of stuff related to buoys and church bells. A trifle strange, if you ask me, but each to their own. Anyway, I will see you soon, Jan.
Andrew was the oldest brother, and the most mischievous by far. Rob usually did whatever he was told, and Harry was too young to argue back. Did you ever hear the story of the Knocker? Andrew asked in a sinister tone. The Knocker? His brothers replied, looking at Andrew skeptically. Yes, it lives in the mine past the dock. Legend has it that an old man went into the mine once looking for his dog, and some strange crystal in there changed him. Changed him into what? Rob inquired, already far too interested for his own good. Andrew's face grew wide and animated. No one knows, because everyone who sees him dies. But apparently, he knocks on the wall with a massive stick, and if you hear it, it means he'll get you. Then what happens? Asked Rob nervously.
Damaged floor. Dear Mr. Bell, although I am grateful for the extra income, I'm slightly worried about the damage you've done to my floor whilst putting your cables under my workshop. The floor looks very weak, and I'm nervous every time I have to carry something heavy over it. Anyway, I've made the repair cable you asked for. It's only a temporary fix, but it should do the job. We'll talk about the floor again soon. So I think... Dear Aaron, my sleepless nights have been almost stopped. The rolling sound of the buoys out at the sea help me to drift off every night, and Poppy sleeps soundly at the foot of my bed, next to my tools. It has been difficult to continue blacksmithing in the same capacity as an old man. There are so many repairs that I need to do for the locals that I am just not quick enough to do it in time. Anyway, those Wainwright kids have been playing around the furnace again. They came down to watch the toy boat races on the river, but like to take excursions into my workshop. I know you're neighbors with their parents, so could you ask them to have a word with their children for me? I just don't have the energy to chase them anymore. I think that I need to drop this anchor through the floor. How do I do this? Something to cut the strap with. Oh, nope, it's not a strap. Something to cut the rope with. Or I could just turn this pulley, this lever. What did that do? Oh, I see. Now we turn the lathe on, and it wraps it up. Except... doesn't work.
An artist's tools are kept sharpened. Any memory can be etched in stone. Alright, where do the wires go? Oh, do they go in the lathe? Where does that go? Theft report. In the early hours of Sunday morning, Mr. Thompson and Mr. Penman stole a shipment of J.D. Taylor's local brewed beer from the J.D. Taylor warehouse. The two scoundrels, rather than instinctively selling the shipment, slunk off to a secret storage house upon the dock, where they proceeded to drink the majority of their heart's content. An alert was brought to the station at 4 o'clock Monday morning, when neighboring residents began to complain about the horrendous singing that was coming from within the storage house. By the time we appeared on the scene, both perpetrators had fallen fast asleep over their precious goods. Arrests and charges follow in due course. So I'm not exactly sure what to do in that blacksmith shop yet, so I'm going to continue on here a little bit and see if anything else shows up. I have some wires in my pocket. Looks like some plugs. Here's another ribbon.
Focused in there, Restorer. I can't stress to you how much I'm relying on you to succeed. I've been let down far too many times before, and I won't stand for it again. What? Yes, I asked you half an hour ago. No, I want you to inject it now. I don't care. They have clearly stated the procedure's intention, so do as I ask. Sorry about that. I need to go and sort out an incompetent individual as per usual. I'll be back shortly.
The tone, the rhythm, just listening to that melody would never get old.
Inspirations. What the hell was that? Stood in the center of the market, I can hear the potential of my new communication system. Imagine long-distance conversations bringing everyone closer together. Family, friends, and business. We all love to talk, to discuss ideas, and to hear loved ones' voices. Stood in the center of the market, I hear conversations. Susan Shurax talks to Jan Hemingway about Matthew Lewis and his charming manners with the ladies. Dr. Foster commandeers in his doctoral manner to Howard Peterson that at his age he really should quit smoking. George Thornton tells his daughter Jean that if she is good today, he will buy her some sweets from the market. Conversation is king here and everywhere. And if my system can work, then it can be king in the home, connecting us all together. A. Bell. Like Alexander Graham Bell, I'm presuming. Okay, coming here didn't really help out much. I found a fuse up there. Fuse box. Sink. Shower. Nothing. Let's follow these red wires. That go nowhere. Alright, check down here before I go up there.
How come you're not leaving footprints in the snow?
Dr. Edmund speaking. No, everything is coming along as expected. He's showing some good progress. I know, but... Yes, I understand. I'll send the results as soon as possible. That was observations. The board are expecting results soon. We simply can't miss this deadline. There should only be one more memory fragment in this area that we need to find. Please don't let me down like the others did.
Entry, Painter's Journal number 2, entry 2 of 10. Today's workshop didn't go very well. I attended a mosaic group as recommended by my doctor. As requested, I sat down and began to follow the instructions from the kind lady who was helping me. Yet as I sat in that room with people surrounding me, all having the same condition as I suddenly became aware of where I was and why I was there. Having never felt such an emotional sensation, I began to panic, to seize up with an overwhelming need to leave my group. I was a state. When I paint, I feel like I lose myself in the forms I create. My thoughts and problems no longer become apparent or relevant. Nothing else matters, especially new art forms.
I think the current's too strong. I like currents.
There it is. Alright.
Remember, Restorer, I will not let you project back to the real world until our goal is reached. Don't worry about what's happening on my end. I'll make sure you're safe. As long as you help me, I'll help you. And we'll get through this in one piece. Now, when you're ready, come back to the case and let's access the first core memory of this evening.
Music box. Oh, because I found all the ribbons. Whoa. What am I supposed to be taking pictures of? This is kind of freaky. I'm actually getting for real goosebumps. Like chills down my spine.
So, how was it in there? I can see from the evidence you gathered that the memory showed strong emotional readings that point to a pleasant memory. Then again, even happy memories can be locked away for good reasons sometimes. There are at least 2 areas close by that hold memory fragments. These should lead us to more core memories, and hopefully the artifact. From my notes, it seems that you'll need to follow the river further up the valley, and see what we can access there. We best get to move on.
So I have to go back to the river. Oh, where the gate is. The gate. So all this stuff that I found in this town, like the wires and the list I was writing, put the stamp on the envelope, was that nothing, or is that just not... Oh yeah, and dropping the anchor. I was going to drop the anchor through the floor. Maybe I'm just not to it yet. So I'm going to leave this episode right here. I'm going to cut it off because
I went on to continue this, not thinking that it was going to go on so long, and it went on for like another hour. And I really don't even want to make videos that are this long, but I didn't see a better place to cut it in the middle. So I'm going to stop it right here.
I love the sound of the river.
If you enjoy these videos, let me know. Leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Later.